All of these cultures, what we call fatalistic, they just did things. They just lived without any kind of hope. And whenever they saw something strange in the sky, like a solar eclipse, or if they saw something odd, like the transit of Venus, which just happened here recently, they would say that these things happened because the gods were showing them a sign of what fate was going to happen. But any more than we can change the sun, or the Earth moving around the sun, or the moon moving in front of the sun and the Earth, the Mesoamericans felt, well, they couldn't change their own destiny. As a result, all of these cultures didn't really value life. All of these cultures, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Olmecs, the Incas, they were all brutal. They were all fierce people. They all heavily worshipped death, and they all heavily practiced human sacrifice. It's one of the dark stories that we have to look at. But in order to understand the whole history of America, we have to start here. Because these are the people that were here when the Spanish, and then later the Portuguese, and the French, and the English, and the Germans all came. These were the cultures they encountered. And even though the Europeans weren't always heroes in all the decisions they made, or all the deeds that they did at least have a worldview that made sense. They did at least have a value of life, even if it wasn't always practiced, that made sense. As a result, when the Spanish came here, they saw a darkness and an evil that they knew had to be dealt with. And they did deal with it, albeit harshly, but in many ways we'll see that the reason why these Mesoamerican civilizations fell was not because of the brilliance of the Spanish, it was because of how absurd their own worldview and their own lifestyle was.